You know what, y'all? I want to say something out there. I'm I'm uh I'm not a nice guy. I'm not a nice person like that. I mean, I'm not a nice person to the point of what your definition of a nice person will be. Oh, he ha ha. I agree with everything. No, I'm not no nice person. I mean, to me, nice and your definition of nice might be two different definitions of nice. I'm saying this because one day we're gonna probably get to meet, maybe. And I need everybody to understand how this go. I'm nice to the point of understanding. But if we working and we putting in some work, we doing some kind of work. And I mean, I'm a multi-talented person. Uh, very, very business oriented. So if I'm dealing with you because of business purposes. Otherwise, I'm friendly and I'm very nice to my family, which would be my wife and my kids if I had a family. But on a personal level, I'm nice to the extent like if we playing golf and stuff now, that might be different. I never really played golf. I always wanted to play golf. Could never afford it. Shit. I get the golf club. You know, I'm a job, man. If I work with a job, they might say, "Hey, you want to go golfing?" Well, sure, you know. But I'm nice when it comes down to business, when we going into a studio, you come in there with your material. I'm finna lay your material down. I understand what comes with the studio. I understand the drama that comes with the studio. I understand the scenery that comes with the studio, the atmosphere that comes with the studio. So I'm not planning on being in the studio long, seeing that I'm an empath, a highly intuitive empath, and you will really get on my nerves really fast. So before that happens, I'm gonna lay your material down, and if you wasted time, or if you need some time, I'm gonna set it up on the equipment to where you can just hit the record and play button, and it's gonna give you so many seconds to get in that booth room, lay your tracks down, and I'm gonna leave you in that studio by yourself. Because if it was my material, I'd have finished it. Then I'm gonna come back out that next day, check it out, and if something off and need to be done over, whatever, I'm gonna let you know. So that's what I mean about being nice. I'm nice to an extent, but when it's time to work, it's time to work. I'm not there to hold your hand. I'm not there to be your friend. We not together. If we building a house, we gonna hee high on the way to the house to build a house. When we get there to build a house, I'm gonna expect you to get to work on the house. If you are on the ground measuring the boards, I expect you to measure and cut them boards and get ready to hand me them boards on the roof of the house so I can put the roof of the house up. And if you want to hee high, if you got the energy in that hot sun to do that, then you do it. But make sure you keep up with the pace. Me personally, I got asthma, I can't talk and work. That's it. In that kind of situation. Same with the automobile. So what I'm trying to say is that we business friends. Let's just say that. Our business associates. I never seen a friend in my life. I heard of the word friend. I see people say friends, but I have never seen, I've had three friends in my life, my grandpa, my grandma, and my brother that got me. All of them passed on and gone. So that's that. And the ones I thought were my friends was only my friends because of what I had on my arm. And that's that. So uh, when it comes down to that, as you would see, now that I said what I said, you know that I'm a business-oriented person. I'm really not a nice guy. Because the definition of a nice guy in these modern times is somebody gonna sit there, probably agree with you, even though you're wrong or right. And if you got a good job and you got a fine woman on your arm, or either or you got some money, either or drugs, either or, 9 times out of 10, that's the only reason why you got friends. You get rid of that fine woman, you get rid of them drugs, you get rid of that money, the friend gonna go with them. Trust me. Well, in my learning experience, I can't speak for women, but when you got that thing between your legs, you can rule the world and you ain't even gotta use it. I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. But anyway, with that being said, I guess you could safely say that I'm not that nice of a person. I am very funny, easy to get along with, very creative, sometimes scary a little bit, creative, but anyway, very creative. I like a lot of things, interested in a lot of things, but I'm a think tank mostly. I like to sit around with people who like to think. And I like to come up with ways to make the world better. I like to come up with ways to make the eco better. I like to come up with ways to bring people closer to God. And I definitely love to come up with ways to save souls. I haven't yet to meet a person in this world that I wasn't able to save when it came down to them wanting to save their soul. Hell, I think I even convinced the devil to change its soul, to save its soul. So, but normally when I do that and I get to that point, I no longer have communication with those people. But I see them through the third eye, and normally if they're going through some troublesome times, then they change it. Because if you're when you as hard as you very rarely see bad people go through troublesome times. They ain't gonna show it to you, what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we know they got troublesome times, but they ain't gonna show it to you. But yeah, so far I've been a nice guy. That's it. As you can see, I'm very business oriented. I do think my wife or my woman will have to say, okay, that's enough. You gotta have time for me. If she don't say that, I'm gonna have so much curricular activity going on around her that I'm gonna give her time, but it might not be the time that she wants. So she would definitely have to stop me. And what I mean by that is my source of income, you must understand when I told you they had to take my identity. They had to turn me upside down. They had to forcefully put me in a box and lock it up and take everything that had anything to do with me making financial stability. People done took my security away from me so much, and I had to regain new security, as if buying a cassette tape when you used to rent movies, just like that. Oh, well, they took my security. I'm gonna try this time, see how this works. I think this will be a lot faster. And I normally start out with fixing my credit, because I'm gonna need that credit somehow. But anyway, like I said, that's who I am. I keep myself busy. One, it keep the drama out of the house. For me, it keep the drama out of the house. My wife or my woman knows for a fact I'm at the car shop. Knows for a fact I'm at the studio. Knows for a fact I'm building a home. She's not looking for me. She can call me and say, hey, babe, you want me to bring me lunch? You want me to bring you lunch? And I can say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I keep myself busy. That's the key, y'all. So when they put me in this situation, this was a break off. This was a vacation for me. It was hard now, don't get me wrong. But when God kicked in and my ancestors kicked in, I had the stuff I heard about some of y'all out there, from wealthy to poor. My God, you put me in a box? Really? Well, you should put yourself in the box. That's the way I felt. It was like everything you were trying to say about me. Whoever was triggering me, the Creator told me everything about that person, from the Rudy to the Tootie. And wasn't none of it that good, if any, was good. I actually almost got upset with my father. And I think it's, I call God father, y'all. It's in Matthew 22, I think. You should call no man father but your creator in heaven. I wonder why so many people call their dad father. I'd be like, dad or pop. That's as far as it's gonna go for a space shuttle. Now, but anyway, I respect him. As you can see, I respect him. You see how much torture I went through, and I'm still able to talk to my parents calmly. Most people would be like, F you, dad. F you, mom. Off top. Hey, how you doing? F you. F you, mom. F you, dad. I don't do that. That's crazy. But yeah, I just want to say that because, same if I smoke. My supplier, I go there, spend a little time with him, be like Bart Simpson with a guitar. In the studio with SD, smoke one with him. Can't smoke too many with him because he smoked the real deal, and I can only hit that twice before I am out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Otherwise, it's all good, it's all love, and hopefully no vitally important conversations come up to bring tension and out of there. I keep people business. I'd rather not hear your business. I don't want to hear what you're going through, even though most people want to tell me what they're going through because they know I can solve what they're going through. I'm a problem solver. But my plan is next time, and in the future of my life, is to charge for solving people's problems. I really don't want to hear your problem unless you're going to pay. And look, guys said, you can't do that. Well, I guess if you got a problem, and you got to tell me, I got to help you solve it. So if you got a problem, you could just tell me. Dang. Daggone it. I thought I was going to get out of that. But I'm great at problem solving, and I'm great at making dreams come true. I have yet to see a dream that I couldn't make come true. Normally when I got with a female, I would ask that female, what was it that she wanted to be in life? What was it she needed to be in life, no matter if she was rich or poor? And she would always say, my parents this, and this is why I don't deal with them. And my exes were this, and this is why I didn't deal with them. Because I always wanted to be there. I would influence her to do that, be that. Because that time away from each other, I'm going to be busy working at one of my curricular activities. She'll be busy working, hopefully, at one of her curricular activities. And that way we ain't got to worry about where each other at when we missing in action. You know what I mean? If you're in a real relationship. If you're just a friend with benefits, then that's all irrelevant. You don't want to worry about all that. But I'm just saying that because I just want y'all to know I ain't really as nice as you think. I can high with you and tell you about yourself at the same time. It's amazing how I do it. People say, how you do that? I be sitting close. I done had people try to smoke a blunt with me and want me to get close to them so they can sneak me. So I get extra close to them because I got short arms and I want my reaction to be as fast as their reaction. Sometimes some people can really catch you and it might knock you off your feet. So I want to see if I can just eat that blunt and react just like, pow, pow. You hear it sound like a firecracker, pow, pow, just like that right there. So normally in the slums, in the hood, that's what happens. You got to react with every reaction. My brother was awesome at it. Good gracious, I can't get his speed yet. I be working on it though. But God don't like when I talk like this, so I'm gonna get off the subject. But anyway, yeah, most of the time, when people do come and want to smoke with me, when they come to my prayer and my energy, they normally come to sneak me. Sneak me, or, do something robbery, crazy stuff, find some information, lure me off while that girl goes in my energy, steal my information, and then they run off in the sunset and not knowing my ancestors tearing their ass up, taking their clothes off their back, walking out my yard, you know what I'm saying? But I had to tell my ancestors kill people. F you, nigga. F you, you know what I'm saying? You know how I get it. So. F you, dude. Ha ha ha. That's how the female be laughing at me. Ha ha ha. We got this up. They be thinking they got somebody, boy. I tell you the truth. Some people you can't even speak about wrong. You better not even think about it. You better not even think about it. I guess that's the power of high priests and high priestess. But anyway, yeah, I just want to say that I'm more of a business-oriented person. Hell, I could have my own personal, if I did get into that, I might have let's say I had my own personal tarot community. I would have meetings with them. Got to. You definitely got to. So that would be a job. Hee ha ha while we in that meeting. After that, it's over. Don't want to hear nothing else about it. I don't know how you read them cards as much as you do and not stress about it. More power to you. Bye. See you later. I'm just trying to help you fix your own personal equator. That's the way it goes. But yeah, I was just thinking about that because I was listening to my boy, the wise one. He was talking about nice, and I ain't nice. He got a good message on there. It didn't have nothing to do with this. But I'm just saying, I was just thinking about when was the last time I was nice to somebody? It was probably one of them women, and they all screwed me. So, you know. But hey, what can you do? They got this saying that I don't want to say online. You can't live with them, and you can't, you know. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta live with them, right? You gotta live with them. You gotta love them, regardless. Women are very interesting to me. They intrigue me. I normally get beat up by the best of them because I'm gonna tell them the truth about themselves. For some reason, they hate when you tell them about themselves in a calm manner. And I'm a pro at that, I guess. And boy, do they hate it. They just sock you in the nose for no reason at all. And look at you like, now you go listen. I'll listen to you the first time, and I answered you. Then hit you in the nose again. That's how it always be, bro. That's how it always be. But yeah, I don't spend a lot of time in other people's energy. I spend most of my time in my own energy. Because me and my woman or me and my wife can remodify this house every day if we have to keep ourselves interesting. Keep our relationship interesting. Keep our relationship alive. Or we can play house in many different fashions and forms, and that would definitely keep the relationship going. Trust me, I like that. I like to play. I like to role play with my woman. And for some reason, I just like to do it. It gotta be with my woman, though. You know what I'm saying? To me, it helps everything in the relationship. But if we ain't doing that, remodifying the house, because my ideas just grow and grow and grow. It could be a small cubic house. You walk in that house, look like a mansion inside. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking about building a house around a big ass tree and putting TVs in it. But you know, putting a little water thing right there. I know somebody who was telling me, we was talking in the hood one day. We was all high, really, just talking. I was talking to the carpenters, and they were telling me some ideas. But yeah, I like to be creative. I can't sit still. Maybe I can now since I done got older. I can't sit still. I grab my woman, we got to go. Where we going today? New York City. I gotta go buy a shirt. I go all the way downtown line and get on the jet and go to Times Square just to get a shirt and get a. I want to get a penthouse next time, but you know, okay, I don't know if I can afford all that. But I like to get the best hotel suite I can get, and get her something with some. I like to spend time with her in Victoria's Secrets, but this time I'm gonna make sure that I see what I bought from Victoria's Secret, because everything I ever bought a woman. I remember one time I was in Victoria's Secret for a whole 2 hours, and I think I bought every pantyhose in there, and I never seen the girl wear none of them. Oh, well, she was excited when she got it, though. Boy, was she excited. And I was on that 70 hours a week. I guess she wasn't never home. Hell, I wouldn't know with her. But so I never got to see her in those. I did that once or twice and realized I wasn't never seeing a minimum. I stopped doing it. Ain't no telling how many thousands of dollars I spend in that play. And I love to play. You know what I'm saying? I like to go in there with my woman and watch them. I can shop with my woman, but when they want to do it every day, I'm gonna leave it. I might take them there. When I realize they just in it for the money, I'm gonna go there that third time with them, and I'm gonna leave early, and they ain't gonna ever see me again. Probably change my number on the way out. See, ain't nobody playing with them kids, bro. We too old to be playing like that. But anyway, but yeah, I ain't nice, y'all. I'm not as nice as you think I am. I like to stay to myself. I'm an introvert. Outside of that, I'm an introvert. I do not like bringing energy, and I'm definitely finna take on the Chinese recipe when it comes to take your shoes off before you come in my house. And hopefully you never have to come over my house. Hopefully you never have to walk in my energy. Because hopefully all my businesses will be away from home this time. Unlike this time, unlike before, everything was around my home, and it didn't do nothing but bring tragic moments, bro. Not saying it's always gonna be like that, but when you bring different energy in your energy, you can't always expect the worst. You got a fine woman or something like that, whatever their definition of fine is, you can't get rid of nobody. You literally gotta cuss people out and make them leave your premises and probably have to fight them. I know my brother used to almost get to fighting all the time. He got to the point where he would just tell gangsters. Soon we pull in the yard with a bunch of foreign women. He'll tell them. They run in the yard. He'll say, man, go on, get your own get your own O's. Go get your own O's. Don't come down here. Don't come down here with that contaminating ass shit. Because you don't want to go in them after they go in them. Go on. Just like that. Every time we pull up with some O's, my brother used to give hell, bro. Here you come. Here y'all come. Go get your own O's. You got to be straight up. And I learned being straight up in the street, you got to be straight up everywhere you go. You got to be straight up, especially if you're a female. You better be straight up at the door. You do that hee ha ha. Let's say you're going to buy some rolls. You better not even think about hee ha ha, because you want to get high. You better say, hey man, let me get that and let me go. Hey, they going to try to stop you now. Hey, baby, let me talk to you a little bit. I got to go. Just put it in my hand. Let's go. Let's get out of here. You ready to go so fast, they'll take you along. You got to go, boy. I learned from the beginning, bro. Tell people at the door. When in that studio, that's when I learned it the most. They'll come in there, and they broke. They be having the nicest shoes on. They be clean from head to toe, hat and all. Coming to the studio dressed like a full-fledged, full-blooded born pimp. All brand everything. They come in there, sweet talking me like I'm one of them girls they lay with. Yeah, man. I had to cut them out. Hey, wait. Sit down. Let me see what your craft is. And let's work on that. Let's get it started. Let's put it on the wax. And then you can tell me all about how you be doing stuff. By that time, they'll walk out the door and leave. They came in the studio trying to pimp the producer. You know, they don't want to pimp mode so much, they don't know how to get out of it. So I learned I've been doing business since I was a teenager, and I learned keep everything business. Everything business. You know what I mean? Ain't no friendship in that at all, really. It's lonely at the top, ladies and gentlemen. I know this message might sound bad. I'm not a bad person. I'm just a very business-oriented person. I ain't got no business playing in your energy. I'm grown. And if I'm playing with you, all you gonna do is butter me up because of the fact that all the stuff that I can do, all the creativity I can do, everything that I'm a professional at, that I don't even know I'm a professional at, and you gonna drain me dry. And by the time I get home to my wife or my woman, I'm gonna be too tired to lay beside her. You know what I'm saying? I growed out of that when I was a teenager. I don't do that no more. I give the rest of my energy to my family. That way my kids happy, my wife happy, or my girl happy, and that's that. I ain't gotta worry about nothing else. And I always, and most importantly, keep God first. Because from the head flows down. From the head flows down. I know for a fact I'm a good daddy. I know for a fact I'm a good husband. Because I'm good to God first. God makes me who I am. God makes me the man I am. God makes me the daddy I am. God makes me the husband I am. It don't get no better than God. That I am. I am that I am. You better know it. So, I just want to let everybody know that because it's a good possibility I could be getting out of here one day. I thought I was going to have to live in here. We'll never know, but I'm prepared to do that too. My main goal was, if I had to stay in this situation to the day I die, was honoring God all the way through it. And now I've done perfected that almost. So now I'm ready to live. I'm ready to be at peace with God. Sit beside God. I felt good today because God was able to come into his temple. God was able to come into his pyramid. God was able to come into his vessel at peace. Ain't no drugs, ain't no contamination, and I could feel how peaceful my Father was in this vessel. And it don't get no better than that. Ain't no words in here if I'm moving wrong for God, because I'm moving with God. I ain't moving ahead of God. I ain't behind God. I'm moving with God, side by side. And that's how I like to, that's hard enough work right there. I don't need nothing else worrying me. If I ain't worried about God, I ain't worried about nothing else. Facts.